Hello, my dears, and thank you for joining me at Inner Landscapes. Today is, what is today? Today is Tuesday, April the 25th, and 2003, and I will go ahead and give you all the rundown. I know these first rundowns, especially for this week and probably right up through till the beginning of next month, they'll be getting to you late, but that's just the best way I can schedule things right now. And I think as we progress, especially getting into May, things will be more aligned, and you'll have these to be able to use before in advance, to know of these things in advance before your day actually begins. So that being said, I will, as mentioned, go give you the rundown, go through the intuitive interpretation of the astrological energies for the day, and then get right into the readings for our, Aries, Taurus, we did, for our Gemini sun sign placements in the first house. So let's dive in. Okay, so for today, sun sign in Taurus is about learning how to bring about security for yourself, and to feel secure and gain stability through the way you think. And as mentioned in a previous video I've done, to get more specific in which area of your life this falls in, you would need to know what house, what your house placements are in your birth chart. So I'm not able to get as specific as I would like without an actual reading, a personal reading, but this is pretty good, I still think. It can be pretty helpful. So, okay. And then we have the moon in Cancer, and it's about learning how to care. Today specifically, this comes up strong. Learning how to care for and nurture yourself. Taking care of you. Filling up your own cup and figuring out how to do that. All about self-care today. A me day is the best way to describe that. So next we have Mercury in Taurus, and this is all about the energies being conducive for networking, sharing ideas, coming up with ideas on ways you can make changes regarding your personal worth, and doing things like making action items regarding these things and ideas that you gain. Making action items, to-do lists regarding all of same. And things that came up, for instance, were things like resumes, CVs, updating those, using social media for networking in regards to this, your personal value and self-worth, and even net worth, because this does have to do with your material resources as well. Social media, taking classes and networking and gaining information that way, etc. Okay, so that was Mercury in Taurus. Venus in Gemini. has to do with your self-esteem or ego gets a boost or a good stroking, and some healing from some kind words or a positive exchange or interaction today. So that's really nice. Mars in Cancer is about going with or taking action on a gut feeling in order, let's see, hold on a second. In order to heal is, I think, what I was trying to notate. Going with or taking action on a gut feeling in order to heal an unhealthy, detrimental situation, or actually, I didn't write it, but I was thinking in order to avoid an unhealthy or detrimental situation or outcome in regards to work or your career, as well as in regards to your health and wellness routine. So both of those areas may be affected by this, taking this gut feeling action. All right. Jupiter in Aries, it's taking the initiative to expand your mind, broaden your horizons, that sort of deal, and become more worldly and knowledgeable. Not necessarily, again, in any particular area. These are just somewhat generalized interpretations of the energy. So again, taking the initiative to expand your mind, broaden your horizons, become more worldly or knowledgeable. More, I guess the best way to put that as an example is becoming more of a Renaissance person. Maybe even a sort of jack of all trades. And this also may have to do, it's possible that this could lend to the expansion or expansive action of your physical body as well, not just metaphorical expansion of yourself, but also it could lend to, the energies could lend to physical expansion of yourself, as I previously mentioned in another video. Regarding this placement, it could be linked to weight gain, or like things like water retention, fluid retention, swelling of your certain parts of your body, that type of thing. So just be mindful of that. Next, Saturn in Pisces. This is about setting goals along with the necessary boundaries to attain your dreams. Bringing structure to your inner self that will actually result in manifesting what you want in your outer world. This could also have effects and pertain to the physical area of your life, dieting, weight loss, restriction physically. And a note that I added here was that I also got, for some, it may mean wearing compression socks. If there is this physical expansion I mentioned just a moment ago, a solution, a counter action to that, those energies, if that's happening with you, is wearing compression socks. This Saturn in Pisces placement indicates that this may be a good help for that. Uranus in Taurus is about rapid, adaptive, results-based ingenuity and change of your inner truth and ideals in regards to a soulmate. Neptune in Pisces regards idealized visions of a soulmate or your ideal mate may not actually be what will end up satisfying you and may not be what feeds your soul in reality. So those energies come into play today. Pluto in Aquarius. This brings about, or can bring about, transformation and changes that bring challenges to your ability to maintain your openness, open-mindedness, open-heartedness, and challenges to having true intimacy. That's a good way to describe that. All right, your true node or your north node in Taurus. One big nudge that I got here, or hit, good nugget of information, was that stretching today is really good and really beneficial for you physically and mentally. Also, slow, steady, persistent reaching for your goals past your comfort zone in regards to your learning are some of the energies that present itself with this placement. Chiron in Aries talks about energies of, well, the way I summed it up was I got an image or vision of, and I know there's a saying that goes with this, but it escaped, the actual saying escapes me. The traditional saying escapes me, but it has to do with I remember. So I wanted to say a bold fist in a velvet glove, but it's actually an iron fist in a velvet glove. That's what this energy is about. So it's about bold, strong, initializing action that's taken to heal and bring a sort of salve of kindness to a situation. So basically, with the iron fist and a velvet glove, it's saying there may truly need to be some bold, strong action that takes place today, but to do so kindly and with what's the word I'm looking for? Consideration. Do it, but do it considerately. Do what you have to do the best thing, and go about it boldly, but considerately. So in essence, it's about tempering aggressive actions or urges, even if they need to happen. Doing so as tactfully and kindly as possible in regards to whatever situation this brings about. Okay, Ceres in Virgo. Being tactful, humble, and practical with or regarding a soulmate brings in harmoniously nourishing energies between the two of you, although it could be a challenge to be unconditionally loving this way or in this manner. That may present a challenge, but again, it's similar to the previous placement, where being tactful, humble, in regards to your interaction with this soulmate, or even if it's just you aren't with this soulmate currently, but the way you're thinking about them, when you think about them throughout the day, do so in a very practical, reserved, humble, and tactful manner, even if there may be something that's agitating you, because it will lend to making the energies between you two smoother and more harmonious and more nourishing for your relationship or relationship to be. Okay, Lilith in Virgo. I did mention this in the Taurus reading, but this again is in regards to a healthy appetite for various urges, I'll say, relating to the body. Use your imagination with that one on different areas that may play out in your life today. Juno in Taurus. Powerful inner truths. Again, same theme here. Powerful inner truths and change regarding the desire for an ideal soulmate. Changes in what will satisfy your needs and reality are at play. Okay, that was Juno. Then we have, actually that's it. I tend to forget Juno is usually my last placement. So there we have it, energies affecting our day-to-day. So now I will go ahead and we're going to do our Gemini, sun sign Gemini in the first house intuitive readings. So I had, maybe it's because of my Gemini friends in true Gemini fashion. I had the urge to switch it up a little bit and actually bring in the Fairies Oracle as a little change for the cards that I use today. We'll see if they do come in. But I will start first with the tarot. Okay. So first, in the area of either your child's spiritual life or your own inner child spiritual life for this Gemini in the first house person. I'm just going to go ahead and say that, for ease's sake, that it's your child. We have the High Priestess. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. And then we also have Teacher, Maha Chohan Ragotsi. Let's see. This is a very spiritual child. And I'm seeing that I'm seeing that and you may or may not be aware of this, but this child looks like they get downloads, intuitive downloads. Through their mind. Claircognizance is what it's termed. So they'll instantly, and this makes sense because this is for Gemini child, and Gemini is about mind and thoughts and quick transmissions. But this High Priestess shows me that they are prone to, and they do get, and if they haven't yet, they actually will in this month of April, get claircognizant downloads where they just know certain things. Certain things just get downloaded into their mind, and they know from God, from their spiritual team, from their guides, from God. So yeah, that's very interesting. This doesn't allow them to rest as often as they would like, or as often as they should, to rejuvenate and rest their mind. And the guidance here is that this is something that it looks like they could benefit with help on. If it's possible to take this child to someone, a counselor, a spiritual counselor, someone that is equipped to help them master their thoughts. That would be a really good idea. I'm trying to think of a good example, but in addition to someone like what I do, that does what I do, intuitive, spiritual coaching, counseling work. I'm not picking up on anything, but I think it would be really helpful to just do research and to see what may come up. Obviously, like I mentioned, a spiritual culture counselor, even a reader, that can help them master their mind instead of having it master them, so especially to the point where they're not getting enough rest, would really be a good thing, a good tool to have. Something else came up and it slipped away that quickly. But regardless, if it's meant to come up, it will come up again if it's meant to be spoken. In regards to finding someone to help in this area, there's a plethora of options online and in other areas. If you're familiar with Pathways magazine, that may be a good resource. And if you're interested in doing work with me or reading or anything along those lines, or help with it in regards to this, I will be posting probably right at the beginning of May, somewhere around there. I will be posting in the description area that falls below this video how to book an appointment to do so, and I'd be more than happy to. So, but that's not available just yet. It's under construction still. My booking site and all to do with all of that. Okay, next we have what's relating to their health. And we have the Ten of Swords. We have, trying to hold it so you can see, the Knight of Cups. I'm trying not to cover up too much so you can actually see what's on the card. And then we have Archangel Raphael in reverse. Okay. All right, so as I mentioned regarding the spiritual reading, these claircognizant downloads seem to be affecting them, which isn't a surprise, health-wise. And in particular, even if it hasn't manifested itself physically, mentally, there is quite a load on them, exhaustion on them. They need replenishing, they need rejuvenation. And what I'm getting is that it may not seem very common sense, but their mental exhaustion would be helped by tuning into their emotions. Not sure how connected they are to their emotions and how they feel and about things, and especially in regards to the downloads that they get, but connecting more to their emotions is a key factor here to their rejuvenation and gaining rest, in addition to just learning how to train their mind, like I mentioned before. Yes, but what I'm seeing is that if this doesn't happen, if they don't find a way to, that's actually, so what I was, what came in and slipped away in the first spread was, if they don't find a way to turn it off or put it in the background or silence it when they need to, when they're overstimulated and need rest, this can actually end up leading to physical, resulting in physical manifestations, like in their body, to where they won't be as healthy as they could be physically, because things start, everything that you are physically, everything that you see physically, everything that is physical starts as energy in the mind, and then it flows through to the emotions and how you feel about those thoughts. Then it flows through to leading you into some sort of action or inaction. And then these things manifest themselves into the physical existence, physical world. In this case, it would be if these thoughts aren't tempered and mastered with the help of their emotions and training their mind, then it will become a thing where they're either so disconnected from their emotions that causes a problem, or that they are become over emotional and things get out of whack, and that leads to physical symptoms appearing. So that's a really good thing to be mindful of this month with their health. And I am getting, always with anything health-wise, especially physically, always consult with your doctor, just to make sure that whatever your child whatever may help your child that is more on the natural spectrum of things, won't somehow be detrimental to him, or any regimens that may already be in place, or health factors that pre-existing health factors that may already be in place. Their doctor wouldn't already know this, or should already know this, or be made aware of these things, health challenges or issues or things to be aware of and stay aware of, and would know if any natural remedies or therapies might conflict with this. So that's why it's always a good idea, even though it's natural, to consult your doctor, because look, things like allergies, pollen, that's natural, but it may have a detrimental effect on your body because of other things going on in your body, other things at play in your body. So I'll just leave it at that. So just consult your doctor, and it may be worth taking your child this month to the doctor if they don't already have an appointment set, just, you know, for a checkup to see how they're doing health-wise, physically, and to catch your doctor up on anything that you may have concerns about, or just anything that you notice health-wise, so that they can keep it in their file and have it handy for if somewhere down the line something pops up. They'll be able to better guide you on what to do about it, or say, yes, this natural therapy or remedy is okay and it won't harm anything with what his pre-existing conditions or whatever, or what I know of his health status or her. Or no, don't do that because, you know, this is what's, you know, going on with your child and it could negatively affect them. So next, after all of that, next is the family dynamic or aspect. And we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Magician in reverse. I know sometimes with the light it's hard to see the way they hit these cards, they're so shiny. And then we have Daniel. Okay. I'm just going to speak on what I'm picking up and what I'm being given. I don't know if there may be some notice of or indication of a bit of selfish tendencies in this child, but that's coming through here. There's some dynamic going on within them, within the bounds of the family, that's causing them to not fully feel or be on board with the tendency to give as much as they could. There's some reserve, there's something that they hold back. I'll see if I can get more on that, but I'll keep going. Well, even in this next card, it picks up on that same thread, that there's something that they are holding close to themselves. And it may look outwardly like a selfish tendency, but there's obviously a reason behind everything, but there, for in their terms, there's a good reason for them holding back on their giving. And I do think this is connected with the emotions I spoke about earlier. If they're less connected to their emotions and feelings, that I believe is playing a part in why they have the tendency to hold back and not give when they could. Yeah. If I get more on that, I'll mention it. But could be that either the marriage between this child's parents, or one or both of this child's parents getting remarried to other people. But regardless, something to do with a marriage relationship that's producing some of these selfish, seemingly selfish tendencies in this child. So there is a reason, without pulling more cards on this or going deeper into tapping into messages about this, I can just say that that's something to look into, how this marriage, the relationship in this marriage or marriages, may be affecting this child's sense of security. There it is. That's what's having them hold back and lean towards what looks like more selfish tendencies. It's their sense of security as it relates to some dynamic within a marriage in this child's family. All right, I'll leave that there. I'll leave that with you. Next is showing the friends aspect of this child's life. And here we have strength in reverse. Then we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. And the Osiris card, father, husband, brother, son. I don't know, it's a bit darker if you can see that. Okay. First thing that I'm picking up on, and I don't think this is for the majority of you, but there may be, has this child had experience with maybe bullies? Because it's showing up that their situations in regards to friendships, in their environment, that they feel that they don't have the courage to deal with or stand up to. It's also, so this is a twofold message. It's also showing me that whether they're dealing with a bully in their environment or not, maybe a good idea to ask them about that. Tactfully ask them about that. I'm also getting another thread on this card that because they're not getting rest, as I mentioned earlier, or enough rest for them, they don't have as much physical energy as they should, as might be needed for them to move and get through their day. They may just be tired most of the time physically, and this is affecting their friendships, their relationships at school, wherever. I'm definitely picking up lethargy with this. Also getting that well, first going back to the aspect of bullying. Yeah, it's like they either physically don't have a seat at the table with someone or some group of friends, or metaphorically feel like they don't have a seat at the table in some of the dynamics of their friendship or friend relationships or peers. That might be a better word to use. But in regards to where it's referring to their physical strength and not really, and needing more energy, needing to be energized more to help them throughout their day, they are just, I'm seeing that it's just it's causing them to feel somewhat depleted emotionally, and that may be what's part of the detachment. What I was picking up, that may be detachment of their emotions or to their emotions, not sure of what they're feeling, not sure how to feel, all of the above. The unconnectedness of their feelings. It's almost like they don't have the energy for them to feel them, any of that. So energy is a big thing here with this young one. They may even need vitamin D to help in this situation. Get them out in the sun. Maybe when you take them, if you take them this month to the doctor, They'll recommend vitamin D for your child to help them, or some sort of supplement, because I'm picking up that could be a deficiency as well. So that, if you remember, I mentioned health-wise, their mental strain could end up resulting, if it hasn't already, in physical strain. And that part of that physical strain that may have shown up or may show up is low levels or depletion of vitamin D. As far as strength, as far as energy in general, you may want to look into ask their doctor about that, or just take note and see if supplements in that area may help, may even help with their with giving them a boost to not focus, but gain more of a grip on mastering their thoughts, gaining control of their how they handle their downloads. Then I'm also getting this low energy, and especially for any children under this sign that might be dealing with bullying, that prominent male figure, older male figure in their lives will be able to help with this. So please look into that. Okay. Lastly, we have their recreational area, or recreational aspects. I like to call it the playful aspects of their life. And we have the Star in reverse. We have the Six of Wands. And then we have Vanessa. Okay. I'm getting something to do with the body. Not sure what part of the body truly, I'm not sure, but I am getting something to do with their physical body that may be affected by their depletion of energy or low energy levels. At any rate, it's affecting their desire to just maybe, but also their ability to actually enjoy playing, enjoy creative activities. And again, I'm not sure what this physical body I'm picking up has to do with, but it may be that because their physical body is affected, it may be that there are certain physical activities that they are not able to participate in because of their energy levels and its effect on their body. But I do see that this will, if this is looked into and paid attention to, I do think that I see that this will turn around. You'll get success in turning this around for them. Everything, their loss of energy, their finding a mentor to help them master what they're receiving through these downloads, everything, their health. You'll come to a point where you succeed in all of these areas. Your child succeeds in all of these areas. Yes, it is attainable, getting things balanced again. And all of this, I just keep noticing here too, in this last card, how lethargic this angel looks. I really think that talking this out, and again, this is a Gemini, so the more they can exchange ideas and communicate, the better problem-solving abilities they'll have. But I think talking this out, everything out with your child in a way that they understand will help with bringing this situation, to its success. Yeah, during April, they just need more energy. Play, even if they do play, it's not going to be the recharging activity that it is for most people that do participate in recreation or things that they enjoy. They won't enjoy it until these things are turned around, and they will. I do see that. So hopefully the advice that was given and guidance in this reading will be helpful this month, and you won't have to carry it into next month. But that is our all of the aspects for our Gemini in the first house child. And until next time, many blessings. Bye.